Right, Rakish, you turned up just before kick-off at Leamington.
Yeah.
Did well enough to earn yourself a place on the training camp. How did this sort of trial period come about at Cheltenham?
Well, I went to Bournemouth, and I was with Bournemouth for 2 weeks. Went away with them to Austria, and Eddie Howe just told me I need games. He said you need game time, so he recommended Cheltenham for me. And obviously Eddie Howe and the gaffer Mark Yates, they have a relationship. I don't know what sort of relationship they have, but it was a recommendation, and he wanted to have a look at me. So he invited me down to Leamington, and that was my first game, and I drove up that day. So that's how it all came about, sort of thing.
And so you got thrown in really not really knowing anyone, but how did you feel you did at Leamington?
No, I feel I did fine. Like, that's my second, well, I wouldn't say competitive game, but game since coming back from the little injury I did have. I felt fine. It was a bit of it's new surroundings, new players and stuff, getting used to everyone, but I feel I managed it well, and now I've obviously got to know the lads a lot better, so I feel I did fine.
Yeah, the 3-day break down here to Devon has just come at a good time, really, hasn't it? Because you're with the lads all the time, get to know everybody, and also obviously
Yeah,
the training.
we're with each other more or less. When we're in our rooms, it's different, but I've got a roomie now. I'm with Amari, but when we're out on the pitch, we're together. When we finish, when we eat, we're together. Do you know what I mean? So there's a lot of team bonding. You get to interact with different players, and you get to understand them a bit better, and it helps on the pitch as well when you go out and train and playing games.
Yeah. So talk me through your career history. You were in London, from London, playing college football, and then Wigan came along, offered you.
I was in London playing college football for Barking Abbey. I then managed to get a contact to who's my agent now, Leon Anderson, who does these showcase games for players that haven't been with clubs or released from clubs to play in front of scouts and show them what you're about, sort of thing. And I went along to one of them, and there was various interests from clubs. I ended up going to Wigan, and it all worked out for the better. I went on a 2-day trial and got in at the age of 17. So from there on, it's just been Wigan for 3 years. I went out on loan to Falkirk, and that was during last season where I picked up my injury. I made 13 appearances for Falkirk and no first team competitive game appearances for Wigan. But yeah, now I'm here at Cheltenham.
Yeah. So Wigan, you had been there when they won the FA Cup, and so you did a 2-year scholarship and then 1 year pro, was it?
Yeah, but during that period I was obviously a professional, but I went down there to Wembley. It was a great experience. Do you know what I mean? Just to see, players you train with every day, see around the training ground, achieve so much. And the manager, who's gone on to Everton, he's doing fantastic there. So a very good experience for me, and a bunch of the lads. It was a great experience.
Yeah. Did you have much contact with Roberto Martinez? Were you training with him every day at one point in your last year at Wigan? You'd already gone last season.
Before well,
as you were making that step up to the first team.
I was with the 21s, but during the age of 18, obviously I trained with the first team for the first time, and there was periods where I was with him quite a lot. I feel that helped me develop well as a player, and at the time it was a big step because I've come from college, and do you know what I mean? So I was getting used to the surroundings and stuff like you do, and I feel I've progressed obviously as a player since then, and yeah, it was a great experience for me. It was different, I must say, a lot quicker, a lot more sharper, physical, and it taught me a lot, awful lot. Martinez taught me an awful lot as well.
Yeah,
I have a lot of respect for him.
So you're up in Falkirk, and you injured your cruciate ligament, but you didn't tear it. It was just a tweak. So how long did it take you to get that right?
Yeah, it took me, I'd say, I gave it longer than I needed, just to make sure it was right, because the position I was in with Owen Cole getting sacked while I was on loan, coming back, I didn't bank on me getting a new contract. I sort of started planning around, if I don't get it here, will I be right for wherever I go next? So I stayed out. I made sure I had a good 3 months, solid months of just non-stop rehab and strengthening to make sure everything is right around that area.
Yeah, ready to go again now.
Ready to go again now, and I haven't had any problems with it since, which has been positive.
Brilliant. And are Bournemouth going to keep tabs on you now? Then, if you come here and get a few games, are they still, or have they said go and try and get yourself a deal somewhere else?
Well, that's not. Do you know what I mean? That's not. I'm not aware of anything along those lines. I mean, he did recommend me to come here. Whether that's in his plans or his mind, I don't know. But the most important thing for me is to try and get games and get a good experience level to then help me further in my career.
Yeah, I've seen you play once at Leamington. And how would you describe yourself as a front player?
I'd say lively. I do like the ball to feet. Dribble with the ball. I like to link up play, link with midfielders and stuff, and also the wide men. So yeah, and goals obviously is what I want. Every striker wants to do, score goals. You know what I mean? So
hoping to get involved in the friendly at Bath on Saturday.
Yeah, definitely. I hope so. Do you know what I mean? And make an impact. Yeah. That's what I hope to do and plan to do.
Is that as far as it's gone at the moment? You've come for the training camp. You're going to play Saturday, and then they're going to review it afterwards. Or?
Yeah, I've been told. I mean, I still have to speak to the manager, but I was told after the game to obviously come to this training camp and just get used to the boys, enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? And how he views me, I'm not sure, but I'm sure he's seen me in training, or do you know what I mean? I'm sure he's keeping a tab on me, and also I think he mentioned to me he does want me to play some part on Saturday.
Yeah.
So if all goes well, that should be the plan.
Yeah, brilliant. Good luck with it, Rakish.
Thank
Thanks
you.
a lot. Cheers.